the tale of Sytama and the Northern Shadow. Good morning. Let us delve into the history of the village of Sandies, a tale woven from ancient kingdoms and forest skirmishes. Long ago, the land was dominated by the powerful kingdom of Sytama, ruled by the proud and ancient Sytama royal family. Their borders were vast, defined by dense, protective forests that stretched across the north and west. Beyond the extreme northern reaches of these forests, a different world existed. Here lay the rugged, smaller domain of the Teli tribals, and further north still, the nation of Southern. Southern was unique. At that point in history, it was a democratic country, valuing strength and unity. To the south of Sytama, the landscape shifted again, inhabited by another group of tribals in a territory known as Parch. For many years, this delicate balance of power held and peace reigned. Everything changed the day a few woodcutters from Sytama ventured too deep. They strayed into the extreme northern areas of the Sandies forest, crossing an unseen border. There, they were confronted and tragically shot down by armed men from the Teli tribals. Sytama immediately launched an investigation. The Teli tribals admitted the act, claiming the woodcutters had encroached upon their sacred premises, justifying the deadly response. Peace was no longer an option. The Sytama royal family, outraged by the transgression and the loss of its subjects, resorted to war against Teli. Teli was a small kingdom, vastly outmatched by the sheer size and might of Sytama. They were on the verge of collapsing, prepared to surrender their land to the larger kingdom. But just as defeat loomed, an unexpected ally intervened: Southern. Southern possessed a disciplined and powerful military. They recognized the injustice and came swiftly to Teli's rescue, joining forces to create a formidable combined army. Together, the Teli-Sadhin alliance engaged the forces of Sytama. The alliance was very successful. They soundly defeated Sytama and, in the process, captured a significant portion of the Sytama kingdom, the half of dense western and northern forests. Southern's entry into the war cost Sytama dearly, resulting in the loss of more than half of St. Lara's forest to Teli. Sytama was pushed to the brink of collapse, needing over 3 decades to merely recover its internal stability. Meanwhile, Teli flourished, enjoying lucrative trade agreements and significantly enlarging its territory thanks to its powerful ally, Southern. But alliances forged in war are often fragile. The situation turned precarious when the president of Sadhin made a bold proposal: to annex Teli entirely into the democratic nation. The proud Teli tribals immediately and fiercely resisted the move. Tensions escalated, and war became imminent. Teli sought help from their old enemy, Sytama, and also Parch. Sytama agreed, but demanded the return of the land they had lost in the previous conflict. Teli, with few other options, hesitated but ultimately agreed to the terms. However, Southern was one step ahead. They extended a private invitation to the Sytama royal family and offered a tempting deal: highly favorable trade agreements and a promise to gift the lost St. Lara's forest back at some point in the future. In return, Sytama had to pledge neutrality and refrain from allying with anyone, especially Teli. Seeing an opportunity for quick recovery and peaceful expansion, the Sytama royal family agreed. They turned their backs on their promised alliance with Teli, prioritizing their immediate gain and the lure of recovering their lost lands without another costly war. Abandoned by their promised ally, Teli fought a losing, desperate battle alone against Southern. They rapidly lost lands north of the river. Then, an unexpected force emerged from the defeated kingdom: the Krishu tribals. These sub-tribals from Sytama, masters of forestry, rebelled against their own ruling family and rushed to aid Teli with instability and backlash. The prolonged conflict proved too costly for Southern. In less than 4 decades, its economic stability crumbled, leading to massive internal protests and civil unrest. Simultaneously, the Sytama royal family faced fierce backlash. Their citizens despised the king's decision to betray and side with Southern for trade deals. The Krishu tribals found mass support from the Sytama general public. Adding fuel to the fire, The Sytama throne was currently held by a deeply unpopular regent, the deceased king's wife's brother's son. In a kingdom traditionally ruled by male children, this administrator was widely viewed as corrupt and overly focused on profiteering. The resistance movement swelled. Backed by the skilled Krishu tribals and the angry public of Sytama, grew stronger. Southern was internally fracturing. The mounting tension finally exploded when a youth leader of the Sytama resistance, hailing from the region of Toisway, infiltrated a public assembly. In a dramatic act of defiance, he stabbed the corrupt regent as he addressed the crowd.